99% don't realize these people are lowering their energy. There's something happening around you every single day, and most people don't even realize it. It's subtle, yet it has a massive impact on your life. It's like an invisible force that's either fueling your growth or quietly draining your energy, your joy, and your ability to manifest the life you truly want. What if I told you that the people you surround yourself with, your friends, family, co-workers, even those you casually interact with, might be the very reason you feel stuck, exhausted, or uninspired? Most people never even question this. They keep moving through life, wondering why their motivation fades, why their dreams seem harder to reach, why they feel spiritually disconnected. But energy is everything. Your energy is your life force. It determines how you feel, how you think, what you attract, and ultimately the reality you experience. And here's the raw truth. Some people are constantly lowering your energy, and you don't even notice it. I think about it, have you ever been around someone and after just a few minutes you feel drained? Like their presence alone pulls you into a lower state of being? It's not always obvious. Sometimes it's not the person who constantly complains or talks negatively. Sometimes it's the person who seems perfectly nice, but their energy is chaotic, misaligned, or full of hidden fears and doubts. And because energy is contagious, you unknowingly absorb it. You start doubting yourself more. You start feeling tired for no reason. You lose your clarity, your ambition, your excitement for life. This is why so many people are operating at a fraction of their true potential, because they are unknowingly allowing others to drag them down energetically. And the scariest part, some of these people don't even mean to do it. They're just reflecting their own internal struggles onto the world. And if you're not aware, you become a part of their energy field.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
Now, here's the question you need to ask yourself. Who in your life is constantly influencing your energy in ways you don't even recognize? Who is subtly keeping you anchored in fear, doubt, or negativity? And more importantly, how do you protect yourself from this invisible drain on your spirit? The first step is awareness. You need to start paying attention to how you feel around different people, not just what they say, but how their presence shifts your energy. Do you feel lighter, more inspired, more at peace? Or do you feel heavier, more anxious, more uncertain? Your emotions are a direct feedback system from your energy field. They tell you everything you need to know. The problem is, most people ignore them. They rationalize their discomfort. They tell themselves, "Oh, that's just how they are," without realizing that their own growth is being stunted by the very people they allow into their energetic space. And this is where it gets deeper, because it's not just about avoiding negative people. The real challenge is recognizing the subtle ways in which others influence you without saying a word. Have you ever noticed how spending time with highly ambitious people makes you feel more driven? Or how being around deeply spiritual people makes you reflect more on your own inner world? This is the power of energy. It's always being exchanged, whether consciously or unconsciously. And if you're not intentional about who you surround yourself with, you will unconsciously adopt the energy of those around you. But here's the thing, you don't have to cut people out of your life completely. That's not always the answer. The real solution is learning how to master your own energy so that you are no longer easily influenced by others. Imagine being so deeply rooted in your own power that no one can lower your energy unless you allow it. Imagine walking into a room full of negativity and remaining completely unaffected because your vibration is too strong to be pulled down. This is the level of mastery you need to aim for. So how do you do it? How do you protect your energy while still engaging with the world? It starts with 3 things: awareness, boundaries, and energetic discipline. Awareness means becoming hyperconscious of how different people affect you. Boundaries mean actively choosing who and what you allow into your life. An energetic discipline means cultivating practices that keep your vibration high, no matter what. If you don't have these three things in place, you will always be at the mercy of external influences. But once you master them, you become untouchable. And this is where most people fail. They don't take their energy seriously. They think it's something abstract, something that doesn't really matter. But energy is everything. It affects your thoughts, your emotions, your health, your relationships, your ability to manifest opportunities. It is the foundation of your entire existence. And if you are not actively protecting and elevating it, you are allowing external forces to dictate your life without even realizing it. So here's a challenge for you. Over the next few days, start paying attention to how different people make you feel. Take note of who leaves you feeling uplifted and who leaves you feeling drained. And then ask yourself, why am I allowing this into my life? Why am I tolerating energy that lowers my vibration? Because the truth is, you always have a choice. You can choose to be intentional about who you interact with. You can choose to create an energetic shield that protects you from negativity. You can choose to elevate your own frequency so that nothing outside of you has power over your inner state. This is the path to true spiritual freedom. Most people will never do this work. They will continue to absorb the energy around them unconsciously, living their lives at a fraction of their true power. But those who wake up to this truth, they change everything. They become magnetic. They attract limitless opportunities. They radiate a presence that others can feel instantly. And most importantly, they stop being controlled by invisible forces that once drained them without their awareness. So, the question is, will you continue to let others lower your energy without realizing it? Or will you take back control and become a master of your own vibration? The choice is yours. The hidden dangers of energetic contamination. There is something happening to you every single day, and most people never even stop to think about it. Every interaction, every conversation, every moment spent in the presence of another person is an exchange of energy. It doesn't matter if you're aware of it or not, it's happening. And if you don't learn how to navigate this invisible exchange, you will unknowingly absorb energies that do not belong to you. This is what I call energetic contamination. It's when the subtle, unspoken fears, doubts, and low vibrations of others latch onto you like an unseen weight, pulling you down without you even realizing it. And the scariest part, it happens so gradually that you don't even notice the shift until one day you wake up feeling exhausted, unmotivated, and disconnected from yourself. I think about how often you walk into a room and suddenly feel a change in the air. Sometimes it's an uplifting energy like being around someone who radiates confidence, joy, or peace. But other times it's heavy, dense, suffocating. That's not just your imagination. You are feeling the energetic residue of the people and emotions that have filled that space. The same thing happens in relationships. Have you ever noticed how spending time with certain people leaves you feeling depleted, even if they never said anything negative? That's because their energy field is affecting yours. And if you are not consciously protecting yourself, you will take on their energy as if it were your own. The biggest danger of energetic contamination is that it distorts your own frequency. You might think your thoughts, emotions, and desires are entirely your own. But how much of what you feel is actually influenced by the people around you? How much of your self-doubt, anxiety, and hesitation is a direct result of the energetic imprints you've absorbed from others? This is where most people remain stuck. They go through life carrying invisible burdens that were never theirs to begin with. They inherit the limiting beliefs of their parents, the fears of their friends, the anxieties of society. And because they never question it, they live a life that is not fully their own. This is why spiritual awareness is not just about meditation, affirmations, or rituals. It's about becoming fiercely protective of your own energy. It's about recognizing when you've taken on something that doesn't belong to you and learning how to release it before it shapes your reality. Because if you don't, you will unknowingly live out the energetic patterns of those around you. You will find yourself in cycles of struggle that were never meant for you. You will feel weighed down by emotions that have no true origin in your own soul. You will wonder why you feel blocked, uninspired, or lost without realizing that you've simply been carrying too much of what is not yours. So, how do you protect yourself from this unseen force? The first step is deep self-awareness. You must start recognizing the shifts in your energy. How do you feel after spending time with certain people? How does your mood change after certain interactions? Do you ever feel an unexplained heaviness after leaving a conversation? If so, that is energetic contamination. Your body, your emotions, and your intuition are constantly giving you signals, but most people ignore them. They assume that their exhaustion is just from work. They think their sudden irritation is just a bad mood. But in reality, they are carrying the energetic imprint of someone else. The second step is learning how to clear and reset your energy. Just as you wouldn't go weeks without showering, your energy field also needs cleansing. There are many ways to do this: spending time in nature, practicing breathwork, using visualization techniques, or even taking salt baths. But the most powerful method, simply becoming conscious of what is yours and what is not. The moment you realize that a certain thought, fear, or emotion is not truly yours, you take away its power. You can say to yourself, "I release what does not belong to me," and instantly feel a shift. Awareness alone is one of the most powerful tools for energetic protection. But the final and most crucial step is strengthening your own energy field so that you become untouchable. Imagine walking through life so deeply grounded in your own vibration that no one else's energy can penetrate your field. This is possible, but it requires discipline. It requires daily practices that elevate your frequency, whether that's meditation, movement, high vibrational foods, or simply being intentional about what you consume mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Most importantly, it requires you to stop engaging with people and environments that constantly drain you. You do not owe anyone access to your energy. Protecting your vibration is not selfish, it is necessary for your growth, your peace, and your ability to create the life you desire. So now I ask you, how much of what you feel right now is truly yours? And how much of it is simply a reflection of the energies you've absorbed over time? Because once you start asking this question, everything changes. How to break free from low vibrational influence. Most people don't realize that they are living inside an energetic prison, one that they never chose but have unconsciously accepted. This prison isn't made of walls or bars, it's made of low vibrational influences that shape your thoughts, emotions, and even your sense of self. These influences come from the people around you, from the media you consume, from the environments you expose yourself to daily. And the most dangerous part, you don't even recognize that it's happening. You think it's just life. You think it's normal to feel drained, uninspired, or stuck. But what if I told you that your natural state is one of clarity, power, and limitless potential? What if I told you that the only reason you don't feel this way all the time is because you are constantly being pulled down by invisible forces working against you? Breaking free from low vibrational influence is not just about avoiding negativity, it's about reclaiming your power. It's about recognizing where your energy is being siphoned away and making the conscious decision to stop allowing it. Because here's the truth, no one can lower your energy unless you give them permission. The problem is, most people give that permission unconsciously. They let toxic conversations infiltrate their mind. They allow fearful narratives to dictate their decisions. They absorb the doubts of others as if they were their own. And slowly, without even noticing, they become a reflection of the very energies they once resisted. This is why awareness is everything. The moment you wake up to this, you take your power back. You stop operating on autopilot. You start making choices that align with your highest self instead of choices dictated by the fears and limitations of those around you. But awareness alone is not enough. You must take action. You must actively remove yourself from the sources of low vibrational influence. This means being brutally honest about who and what is shaping your energy. Ask yourself, who in my life consistently lowers my vibration? What environments leave me feeling drained or uninspired? What habits am I engaging in that keep me in a low-frequency state? These questions are not always easy to answer because they force you to confront the fact that some of the things you are attached to are actually holding you back. Sometimes it's a longtime friend whose mindset keeps you anchored in limitation. Sometimes it's a job that depletes your spirit. Sometimes it's your own addiction to distractions that prevent you from elevating. But no matter what it is, you have to be willing to let go. You cannot rise while clinging to what pulls you down. And this is where most people struggle. They fear that if they distance themselves from certain people or habits, they will be alone. They fear change. They fear the discomfort of stepping into a higher level of existence. But here's what you need to understand. The universe responds to your energy. The moment you release what no longer serves you, you make space for what is truly meant for you. You begin attracting people, opportunities, and experiences that align with your highest vibration. But this only happens when you have the courage to walk away from what is keeping you small. One of the most powerful ways to break free from low vibrational influence is to cultivate an unshakable energetic field. This means creating a life where your vibration is so strong that nothing external can pull you down. You do this by being intentional about everything: what you consume, what you focus on, who you surround yourself with. You make conscious choices every single day to elevate your energy. You prioritize your peace, your growth, your expansion. And most importantly, you stop engaging with anything that does not align with the version of yourself you are becoming. This requires discipline. It requires saying no to conversations that revolve around gossip, fear, and limitation. It requires stepping away from people who are committed to staying in a low-frequency state. It requires being mindful of the content you consume, because every word, every image, every sound carries an energetic imprint. And if you are not careful, you will unknowingly program your mind with energies that work against you instead of for you. This is why most people remain stuck. They are constantly being influenced by vibrations that do not match their true potential. But the moment you take control of your inputs, everything changes. You start operating from a place of clarity instead of confusion. You start feeling lighter, more inspired, more powerful. And most importantly, you start creating a reality that reflects your highest self instead of one shaped by external forces. So ask yourself, what am I allowing into my energy field that is keeping me from my highest potential? And more importantly, am I willing to let it go? Because at the end of the day, you have two choices. You can continue to unconsciously absorb the energy of everything around you, or you can take full ownership of your vibration and create a life that reflects your true power. The choice is yours. The path to energetic mastery, becoming untouchable. There comes a point in your spiritual journey when you realize that true power is not about controlling the outside world, it's about mastering your inner world so completely that nothing external can shake you. This is the path to energetic mastery. It is the state where no person, no situation, no external force has the ability to lower your vibration unless you allow it. Most people live at the mercy of their environment, reacting to everything around them, absorbing energies unconsciously, letting the moods, opinions, and fears of others dictate their own state of being. But the ones who attain true freedom are those who learn how to become untouchable, not in an arrogant way, not in a way that disconnects them from others, but in a way that allows them to move through the world with absolute clarity, peace, and power. Becoming untouchable does not mean avoiding life. It does not mean isolating yourself from people or running away from challenges. It means developing an energy so strong, so radiant, that no negativity can penetrate your field. It means being so deeply rooted in your own truth that no external influence can sway you. When you reach this level, you no longer absorb the fears, doubts, and low vibrations of others. Instead, you become the one who shifts the energy of any space you enter. You become the one who uplifts, who inspires, who radiates such a high frequency that people feel changed simply by being in your presence. This is the ultimate power, not to control, not to dominate, but to embody such a pure, unshakable energy that nothing outside of you can bring you down. But how do you reach this state? It starts with radical self-awareness. You must know yourself so deeply that you recognize immediately when something is not yours. The second you feel a wave of doubt, fear, or negativity, you pause and ask, is this mine, or have I absorbed this from someone else? The moment you realize that an energy is not yours, you have already disarmed it. Awareness alone weakens its grip. From there, you reinforce your own vibration through daily practices that keep you in alignment: meditation, movement, breath work, time in nature, anything that keeps your energy pure and strong. You become intentional with your environment, choosing only to engage with people, places, and experiences that elevate you. And most importantly, you develop an unbreakable mindset, one that refuses to entertain anything that lowers your vibration. You no longer react to negativity. You no longer take on other people's fears. You simply observe, stay centered, and move forward in your own power. This is the final shift. This is where you stop being influenced and start becoming the influence. This is where you step into your fullest potential, no longer controlled by unseen forces, no longer weighed down by energies that do not belong to you. This is where you become truly free. And once you reach this level, nothing, no person, no situation, no external force can ever lower your energy again.